What is going on, everybody? It is Norm and Miguel with the Cigar Vault Oakdale and another episode of Inside the Vault. Before we get into what we're gonna be talking about, what are you smoking?
I'm smoking a Hard Cold Detective 8CD.
Nice. So Hard Cold Detective, that is a exclusive for Breaker Cigars out of Shamokin. Mike is a friend of the shop's.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I actually think I gave you that one.
you did. I found it in my locker. I just grabbed the first thing.
First thing you saw.
First thing I saw. And actually, it is really good.
I'm smoking a Larbaba Ricochet Purple. That was given to me. La Barba Ricochet. I absolutely
That why you would pick a tiny one.
It wasn't. It was a Lancero. I'm just well into the Lancero.
Holy smokes! I just lit mine. So
some of us have been smoking for an hour.
it's smoke. I've been smoking for the whole day. I mean, it's like literally Canadian fog out there.
It is very smoky here in Western Pennsylvania, thanks to the Canadian wildfires.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, I thank Charlie for that one.
yeah. So today's topic, we are going to be discussing a couple of different things. The primary one, and then part of that journey changed, right, from when we first started to where we're at today. The whole evolution of it, our palates have changed, things like that, and then we're gonna probably progress into strength versus flavor. We'll figure it out from there and take it. But I think our cigar journey actually started at the same time, funny enough, because we were working together back in Miami at a company called RPA. Shout out to Renee President Associates. We talked about some time ago, and so when we actually first started out, we were out there and we worked with a bunch of old school Cuban guys, and they would always hand us Cuban cigars.
Yep.
So I'd probably say for the first, I don't know, 10 years, we smoked nothing but Cubans.
We did, but actually, my cigar journey started before that, because when I was a kid, I remember sitting in my front stoop of my grandfather's house, and my grandparents' house actually, with my grandfather, and he used to buy. I don't even know where he would get them, but they were unbanded. They looked like house blends. They came in a big roll, and they looked like Connecticut's. I still don't know what they were, but he used to light one up, cut it, light it up, smoke it. Actually, he would cut it with his teeth, so he didn't have a cigar cutter.
Old school Cuban.
That's it. And he would sit there, talk to me, smoke the cigar, and I would just love the smell of it. I love the smell of cigars, and it always stayed with me for a while. So when we did start working at RPA, and we were exposed to all these old, Cubanisms, and all these guys hooking us up with Cuban cigars, it was kind of like an easy pickup for me, because I was maybe we're 18 at the time. And smoking like, old school, like
Romeo and
Julieta,
Monte Cristo,
the Cohibas, the real ones, because they were easier to get back then. And that really was the first exposure, like actual smoking of cigars. My grandfather wouldn't let me take a hit of his tobacco, but my grandmother would give me beer while she would put me on her lap to drive down our street, and I'd get some Budweiser.
So you were drinking and driving.
This is when seatbelts were optional in the cars. Okay, this was a long time ago.
I've never heard this story. This is fantastic. So
she would sit me on her lap and hold so I could steer.
Yeah.
And then because she'd already be drinking, like the beer was like half full, so she'd like give me a sip, and I'd be like, "Oh, how can you drink that crap?" Because it's Budweiser, like tastes like horrible.
I understand that, man. My mom, I watched my mom and my uncle polish a bottle of alcohol, and then we would drive back from Brockton, Massachusetts to Warwick, Rhode Island. It was like an hour car ride. I'm like, thinking back, I'm like, man, I think that woman was an hour car ride. I'm like, thinking back, I'm like, man, I think that woman was probably drunk. But Shout out, mom. You never did anything wrong.
No, man. Your mom had high alcohol tolerance.
She does. I remember when you brought her absinthe from Spain, right? You were out in Spain.
Yeah, it was from Spain. Yeah.
So
she didn't hallucinate, or maybe she always hallucinates. I don't know.
So back to our cigar journey.
Yeah. All right.
So we were, so we both started in 2000, not 2000s. It was actually in
the year 2000. Y2K was like, everybody was freaking out about it.
Yeah, we were introduced by a couple of Cuban guys to Cuban cigars. A lot of people asked me back then is like, hey, out of those old Cubans, did you learn anything from them? And I actually said, I learned a lot of things not to do to cigars from them.
Yeah.
Looking back, one of it was like, dip a Cuban cigar in really cheap ass rum. He would do, one of the Cuban guys who were there, if you smoked with him, he would make you do that. And it wasn't like Havana Club or something that he imported from Cuba. It was whatever rum he had at the counter sat in the office, he'd dip it in. And I'm not saying anything against it. I know there's a lot of people that do it, but if you're going to have a cigar like that, that is like that pure to enjoy, like you should enjoy the tobacco for what it is, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't even think I ever did that.
You did. He made you do it. I was with you when he did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
These were all the sales guys, by the way, at the company. I should chime in. It was the sales guys that were having us smoke cigars with them. Whereas the two of us were on the development side of things. So we would often just kind of hang out with them and do what we needed to do.
We're a good crew.
So our first smokes, I don't know, after 2000, I mean, was your journey pretty similar to mine? Like about 10 years worth of Cubans?
Yeah, I mean, I'd smoke Cubans when I would get them. I think I took a little bit of a hiatus for a while, actually. Especially after that job, just life got complicated, and I just didn't. Man, I was working a lot, so it's like I didn't have time to even smoke. It was just insane. So I think I took a long hiatus.
Yeah.
After that job, and really, I didn't really start back up till. Man, it was. I think we started. When I started back up, it was with boutiques, actually, because we couldn't get. It got to the point that we couldn't get Cubans, right?
No, you started back up, if I remember. Back, yeah, I guess it would have been your journey in a boutique. So I went the other route. So my first non-Cuban was a underground Maduro.
Oh God,
that Rocky, our friend Rocky had sent me a box of them to try. And then I went down the Liga 9 route, trying a lot of different Liga 9s and LFD, and then I ended up hunting the boutique world. So I went Tatuaje to Caldwell. That's a great time. I mean, that was really the thing. So literally, I never started with your traditional way to go that most people go on a cigar journey would have been to go through, either some form of flavored cigar or really mild Connecticut.
Flavored or mild, and then go more to medium plus, and then full.
So I went straight Cuban,
and then
which aren't like really full body, but like, it was a mid body thing. I mean, that was the first thing I ever smoked were Cuban. Right from that to Underground Maduro to then boutiques.
I remember for my 25th birthday, my wife got me a box of Baccarats.
Okay.
So I remember smoking some of those. Actually, I think I still have some left because I saved them.
Yeah.
They're well aged now.
Well, they're definitely well aged. They may not taste like anything, honestly.
It tastes like much then either. But I do remember, I think I'm really into cigars, so I moved up here, and then me and you started hanging out more. And because you were at that time already into the tats and everything like that. Yeah. And I know that when I started again, I started smoking the fucking leather rose, and so I actually went to little flavored because you were smoking such harsh stuff and I just couldn't palletize it. Like it just didn't taste good to me. It's like a pepper bomb. I was like, brother, how can you smoke this stuff?
I'll never forget. There was one day I unintentionally insulted you. Because I had a cigar. You're like, can I have it? I was like, it's way out of your palate.
Yeah, it was. I did take offense to
it. Was a stolen throne crook of the crown or whatnot. And but back by then, you were out of like the leather rose and all that. You were into like
I was smoking Connecticut's, and we're real mild, just kind of back to where my palate was, I would say, when I was doing this Cubans.
And I told you, I was like, that's out of your wheelhouse. And then you smoked that cigar, and you're like, hey, asshole, this is a fantastic flavor.
Really, really good. It was really, really good. And though, like, and I enjoyed the Crook of the Crown a lot. But there were other cigars that I just couldn't really, that were just about the same strength. But flavor wise, it just didn't taste as good. And I will say that it wasn't until I did some keto, that for like 6 months, my palate really changed.
Your palate has changed dramatically in the last 2 years.
But I think keto like propelled it, because I was able to then start smoking other things, and it was like, oh, this tastes better. This tastes different. It's not like what I used to taste. It really does change the flavor of food. And I think it also changed the flavor of the way that I would, taste cigars as well. So I started enjoying cigars more after that. And I started smoking now everything. The only thing I still don't like to this day, I don't like the hard pepper. I still don't like the freaking, what is it? Not the Lost Ledger, but the head of the table, right? That last third of the head of the table, I still can't finish it.
Yeah.
Once it hits that pepper wall, like I maybe could get like not even a quarter in, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because this is too much. It's too much pepper. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I get that. And it's a testament to different people's cigar journeys, right? So like if I look at my own,
yeah, you like a kick in the balls.
I never really went Connecticut.
No,
I
very few Connecticut's you actually enjoy.
So like even when I was like I get Davidoffs, I was getting the Davidoff Nicaragua or the late hour, which is funny because a lot of Davidoff purists, those aren't the Davidoffs that they enjoy.
Yeah,
and to me, those
were the best
that I enjoyed.
Yeah,
like I'd get Grand Cruz and I'd give them to people, I would take their Nicaragua or the Nicaragua Diadema is an absolute dynamite of a cigar. So it just kind of goes to the kind of the journey of how people's palates change.
Yeah.
And even like our cigar selection, right? Then the one thing I loved about boutiques, and I know it's the same thing you like about boutiques, is the fact that you can get two cigars that are rolled at the same factory that have way two distinct flavors of them. And then as you smoke that cigar, the transitions in that cigar on the thirds are just incredible. And the one thing I love about boutiques is you're getting, I always compare boutiques to music when I'm talking to people in our humidor. But like, well, what is a boutique? What's the difference between legacy? I said, listen, like, if you look at it as music, pick any artist that you like. And it could be, pick any album from any generation, right? I'm a 90s child in terms of music. You like 80s and 70s, even though we're the same age, but this is what you grew up with. But pick any artist, whether you want to look at like, think of like Nirvana's, Smell Like Teen Spirit album, or
like a new Kids on Block.
For you, or Pearl Jam, or any, or NWA, whatever it would be. Like those albums, man, from start to finish. When the first album that got released, even though Smell Like Teen Spirit wasn't Nirvana's first album,
no,
but it was the first one that everyone knew. You're getting their best foot forward of what they wanted you to experience, and they're not having to come up with 140 different blends to, well, this is a little bit different than that one. Stolen Throne, right? You look at Stolen Throne or HDA, right? 3 facings. We could talk about Stolen Throne because when he launched with Crook of the Crown.
Yeah.
Then he had Call to Arms. I mean, those two cigars are bipolar opposite of each other in terms of flavor and profile.
I mean, I smoked Yorktown before I smoked Crook.
And then you had Three Kingdoms that dropped.
Yeah.
Right after those two. And it was like, wow, dude, that was a punch in the face. not one of them was like the other one.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
And I always tell people, like, pick whatever legacy cigar brand you want. You're going to have to, they're all kind of similar.
Yeah.
If
Different bands.
If you run through, I'm not going to name any legacy manufacturers because I don't want to piss anyone off, but some of them have 140, 200 different facings. And if you kind of lay all 200 of them out, you can probably smoke every one of them, and you could probably get from one end of the spectrum to the other with the changes subtle, just subtly changing.
Yeah.
Right. And with boutique, you're getting that pop that just smacks, right? Look at Room 101, right? If you look at the stuff that Matt Booth did with something like Johnny Tobacconist, right? Or then the Anniversary, way bipolar opposite flavor differences.
And so good.
Or the breakfast one that he did, was the breakfast in Portugal, or whatever it would be. Like, you have all of these different random things that have come out or stolen from. We're just talking about a Crook of the Crown and Call to Arms. Call to Arms, you can smoke that bad boy in the morning if you are on a stronger palate, and you can finish up a Crook of the Crown at night. Or you can smoke, in your case, you can smoke Call to Arms in the morning, you can still smoke Call to Arms at night.
Yeah.
And then your evening dessert cigar would probably be a Crook of the Crown to finish you off.
Such a great
Where a person like me I'd light up Crook of the Crown 5 times that day.
You'd start to take the Crook of the Crown.
I kind of want to know, Lee, which one of us smokes more Crook, me or you? I know you do. I'm just messing around. But there was one point where I was just constantly, I didn't smoke anything but Crook of the Crown.
Yeah, I remember that. And then when you ran out, you went on a hunt.
Yeah, I couldn't stop. And that was the other part of boutiques, man. That hunt, that chase.
Yeah.
That chase of that cigar, finding it and going through it.
The thrill of the chase.
It's just a wild experience. So the cigar journeys are absolutely a crazy thing, and it's very personal per person.
Yeah.
Not everyone has the same cigar journey. And I think that's one of the big things that we cater to here within the lounge and within the humidor is our selection has been procured. Take people through different journeys of their cigar experience in their cigar life.
Even us, that we've been friends for over 20 years, and our journeys are different. We might have started around the same thing.
I should probably break it to you. You can add an extra 10 to there. It's over 30 years now.
What?
Yeah. How about that? Yeah.
How old
are we? Right?
Shit. 30?
Over 30
years.
years.
Out of here, man.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
I'm not going to have you do the math on when you graduated high school, because we met.
No, yeah, we met before.
My freshman year of high school.
You were a freshman. I was probably
You were a sophomore.
Yeah.
Phew.
Damn.
Boy, oh boy.
Fucking
How time flies, man, huh?
Holy shit.
So let's leave it on this thought. And the point is that no matter where your cigar journey is, reach out to your local shop, whether that shop is us or that shop is guys out in Creekside in Ohio, or
your local
Old Allegheny that's 45 minutes away from us, or Smokestack that's 10 minutes away from us. Reach out to your local shop, your true local small shop where they have a tobacconist that knows your name when you walk in. Have them help guide you through your cigar journey and get you to try different things that are within your palate and your profile.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. How else are you going to find out if your true love is a Connecticut of this particular brand when you haven't tried other brands that may be very similar, or other brands that may be a Connecticut that just hit better because they put a broadleaf binder underneath the Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper. Just random things like that. These are the things that your local tobacconists at your small shops can help you with, because the guys that work at those shops love it. Your average tobacconist that works at those cigar shops, the smaller ones, they smoke every day. They smoke many times per day.
Yeah.
They know their tobacco. reach out to them, talk to them, tell them, hey, I really like this cigar. And it could be a Rocky Patel, it could be a Drew Estates, it could be a CAO. This is what I absolutely love. What you have that is a brand I may not know that fits in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to ask you, do you want to try something a little bit stronger? Or you want to keep it at that same level? Because if you want to keep it at that level, we have plenty of options. If you want to go stronger, guess what? We got plenty of options.
Yep.
So it's the only way that you can go through that journey that you have. And I'll say this, and there's other videos I've talked about our dividends subscription, which again, we don't quantify that as a cigar of the month club. There's tons of them out there. We do a lot more than just send you cigars every month. We built a community within the dividends where we give you the exclusive discounts to our shop. We've put together trips for people that are from the US that have gone out to Nicaragua with us. Those should be a great way to introduce you to lines that you haven't had.
Yeah.
Any type of cigar subscription you're in or whatnot should not be a humidor filler. It should be a journey. Every box should tell a story, and every box should try to be something to introduce you to something new that you haven't had.
Yep.
And I highly, highly recommend try exploring out of your wheelhouse, because you don't know where your cigar journey is going to take you. We're two witnesses of that. We came up from the same era of cigars where we both smoked the same thing, and we both, one went left and one went right.
Scratched out. Yeah.
And we can smoke today and we can enjoy each other's cigars. If he goes into my locker, there'll be something in there that he'll like. If I go into his, there'll be something that I like. And I definitely implore you all to keep expanding your cigar journey, because you don't know how evolved your palate could be till you actually start exploring new cigars to introduce them to your palate.
Yeah, 100%. And even certain foods that you can eat, not just drinks. I know a lot of guys, do, bourbon pairing and coffee pairing, but like, I'm going to tell you, like I started experimenting with Snickers and cigars. It's really good, dude. I love eating chocolate.
A really good option is dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, espresso beans, chocolate covered espresso beans.
Yeah.
Even dried fruit. You change the way your cigars try.
The way you polish it. Yeah, it's so good.
Just enjoy it. Try mixing things up. Reach out to us. Let us know what it is that you like in your cigars, how your cigar journey has gone. We want to hear from you. If you don't feel comfortable publicly posting it,
DM us.
Send us a DM on Instagram. Let us know, what was your cigar journey like? We'd love to hear it. And if you want some recommendations on cigars, maybe it's not even things that we have here, but things of your journey that we know other shops have, we will absolutely recommend you to other shops that we know will take care of you.
Yeah.
So reach out to us. Let us know what your cigar journey looks like. And as always, smoke small and smoke local. And if you have to buy online, buy from a small shop.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Norman Miguel, the Cigar Vault, Oakdale. Stay smoky.
You know what I'm going to say anything?
I have no idea.
No.
Good?
Don't smoke crappy stuff.
I guess you can put that in as the exit audio bit there, buddy. All right. What's up, Cameron? It's going.
That was good.